All right, hi everybody, and welcome to another Behind the Music Notes. And in this session, we are going to look at the worship flow that Cherita did with the two songs, You Deserve the Glory and Great Are You, Lord. Two beautiful, beautiful songs that are reflecting on the nature and characteristic of God. And let me tell you something, it doesn't matter what has been created, it doesn't matter if there are other gods or other entities. Nothing is higher than our God. And it's just so wonderful to think that the God that we serve, who is so majestic in all of his ways, will want to have such intimate relationship with us, right? And so we also look at the fact that, listen, it doesn't matter if you love God or you reject him. You literally cannot live without him. And so we're going to dive into these concepts as we listen to some snippets of Cherita singing. It's going to be awesome, guys. Enjoy.
You deserve the glory and the honor. I lift my hands in worship and I bless your holy name. You deserve the glory and the honor. I lift my heart in worship and I bless your holy name. For you are great, you do miracles so great. There is no one else like you. There is no one else like you. You are great, you do miracles so great. There's no one else like you. There is no one else like you.
All right, everyone. Hello. So this is our behind the scenes notes for recording for this month, and hopefully I'm quick. But Cherita started off singing "You Deserve the Glory," or it's called "You Are Great, You Do Miracles So Great," and then went into "Great Are You, Lord." And I was just like in a posture of, God, I'm not one to force you to be like, okay, what are you showing me? What are you showing me today? It's just like, listen, if there's something that you want to share, and then I'm willing, I say yes, but if not, then we'll just rest. But so it took a little while, but then eventually he did show me something. And while Cherita was singing "You Deserve the Glory," going into "You Are Great, You Do Miracles So Great, there is no one else like you," right? I just began to see cultures of the world and like in history where different cultures have their gods and they have their things that they worship, right? And we know in biblical times there was cities that had multiple gods, and even today there you'll go to certain cultures and they worship the sun god, or they'll worship the god of the water, or the god of the fertility, or god of harvest, or whatever. And so all of that was just kind of like being shown, and it's how people will give their homage to, let's say we're going to do this so that we can, the fertility god or things like that, right? And I just began to see like, it's just amazing how the God over all things wants to have a relationship with us. This is not a God who is specific in just one thing, like the God of fertility or the God of harvest or the God of the rain or the God of the wind. You've had in different cultures, we have read about this, we've seen it, where they're doing all that they can so that rain will come for the harvest, and they worship the rain god. And it's like, well, shoot, I mean, God forbid you have a different problem, because then who you gonna worship then? All you know is the rain god. And I'm not trying to like belittle, these things, but it's just really, it just helps you to see that the God of all creation, the God who created the universe, the God who, loved us so much that he sent his son to be reconciled, to reconcile us with the Father. Like all of this is the God who is like, everything is encompassed within him. I just began to see like the levels of atmosphere, right? and you have the lower atmosphere, the higher atmospheres, and you have the stratosphere, you have all that before you go to outer space. And this was like the highest of the highest atmosphere. Think of the other gods, whether they exist or not, as lower beings, lower things, right? That people are giving their homage to, but we serve a God who is the highest of all high. And I was thinking of a bubble, like he is the outer layer. He's not in the inner core. He is like the thing that everything exists in. And so it's just really cool to understand that the God who is the God of all. Even now today, you think about new age and how people are having all of these different terms, and they're talking about the universe, and they're putting things in the universe, and the universe this and the universe. Who created the universe, right? I don't want to serve the universe. I want to serve the one who created the universe, right? So it's like, what goes above and beyond? And that's what we're talking about. You are great. You do miracles so great. But even that, there is no one like you, no one higher than our God. And so it's just gives us an opportunity to really recognize and to really see how awesome he is, right? And then
Darkness, you give hope. You restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. What a great God. Great are you, Lord. Is your breath in our lungs? So we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. Is your breath, God, in our lungs? So we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath, Lord, in our lungs. So we pour out our praise. Pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs. So we pour out our praise to you only.
right? And then Cherita went into "Great Are You, Lord," and it's this phrase that's like, it's your breath in our lungs. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out a praise. And I just love that, because when you think about it, it's literally his breath in our lungs. And we pour out the praise. Like, we choose to pour out the praise, but you have to realize he is the one who supplied the breath. So then there's this whole thought about how you really can't stand against God. I mean, you can choose to reject him. You can choose to like say, I don't like you, because he gives us a free will choice to love him or to not love him. But you, in your own existence, actually cannot be independent of God, because you need him in order to survive. You need what he gives you. He gives us the common denominator, like breath. Without breath, you won't live the next minute, right? And so it's your breath in our lungs. It helps us to realize that we can only give what we receive, right? Everything that what's that verse that says, what does it say, Cherita? I can only give, I'm trying to think of it, because it's a song. What can I give? What do I have that hasn't been given? What do I need that you haven't supplied, right? That's part of a song that we sing. And it's true, because everything that we have has been given to us. We may think that it was because of this effort, and it's because of my intellectual prowess, or because of my charisma, or because of my connections and all of these things. But when you boil it all down, it really is that it's been given to you. Life has been given to you. The health that you have to be able to even do those things, to walk over there, the way that you were able to drive to your job. You know what I'm saying? You may say, I got promoted because of this and that, but the very fact that you had health today and you weren't in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, are things. And you can say, well, I eat good, you know what I'm saying, and I exercise and I do all that, but break it all down. You can't even have that unless it was given to you. Energy, life force, the way that our bodies were even created to heal themselves, that genius, you know what I'm saying, that the way our bodies were created is a genius way that God created us to be able to handle things. If you cut yourself, by next week that thing is going to be healed. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine if he didn't put that provision within us and we just bled out for the rest of our lives? Like, that's crazy, right? But God in his mercy and his grace gives us things that we obviously take for granted. Even just the little things. You know what I'm saying? That we literally cannot be independent of God. Even if we reject him, even if we don't like him, we still need his assistance to live and to survive. So it's the other part to that is it's your breath in my lungs, so I'll pour out a praise. It's because you came to this realization of everything that I have been given is a gift. And so with that gift, I'm going to choose to love you, God. I'm going to choose to serve you. I'm going to choose to praise you. I'm going to choose to worship you. I'm going to choose to surrender my life and my time and everything that you've given me. And that surrender is something that is our response to him. But God never forces it. He doesn't force us to love him. He doesn't force us to choose him, because it has to be real and it has to be true. He loves us so much. He blesses us. He overshadows us with his love so that we would choose him freely, so that we would love him in truth from our hearts. You know what I'm saying? If he forced it, it wouldn't be true. And so it's just an encouragement, I think, for all of us to realize that, you know, that's why he says, lean not on your own understanding. You know, you are not so wise that you are wiser than God. You are not able to outpace him. You're not able to outprovide him, even for your own self. So why not, if all knees are going to bow at some point, why not bow now? Why not surrender? Why not realize that this life more abundantly can't be lived outside of him? So that's all I got today for our worship flow.